That's the
My boss.
Zuu boy.
That's right.
Sulia.
Welcome back. Hey, my English doesn't really come. Welcome, guys, back to Sulia, the best podcast.
See
In the world.
the Lord has done.
Yes, please. Master, take it away.
See what the Lord has done. Ajay, back up. While we wait. Allah.
You go like
They go everywhere. Any kind of religion.
Christianity to
they-
Islam.
Islam, Confucius,
For
Buddha,
some libation,
all of
sir.
them, sir, Charlie. All of you. This was a joint effort.
wow.
This was a joint effort of fasting and prayers.
If
Oh,
you don't know what
man.
he's talking about, Erik
Bro.
Ten Hag this morning was relieved of his duties as Manchester United's head coach, and Ruud van Nistelrooy is taking over in the interim.
Yep.
Hopefully, or likely to the end of the season.
You know, when I heard the news here, it was just happy. I was having a shit morning. Go.
Relax. So Joe said today
man.
he's not coming. That's what he said. He said today I will not be there. And then maybe 15, 20 minutes later, the news dropped. He said, guys, I'll be there. I mean, I don't say, yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
He has a lot to say. So yeah,
Crazy thing,
how do you
I was 35 minutes early, yo.
yeah, that's another. He always comes late, but
So
today he
late.
came.
Oh,
he
no,
came before
it's not
me.
late. It's not
Yeah,
late.
always late.
but-
Always late. You came before me,
Huh.
and I always confess. So tell me, like,
Hmm.
how did you feel when you heard it? How did you even find out?
I was working on, and then I just saw something breaking, sacked. I said,
Where? Like,
on my phone, just like a Bisha reports pop up. Hey,
Oh.
sorry. What's the word? I have notifications for David Ornstein.
oh, okay, Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, so man like David,
Yeah.
shout out. You know, honestly, I feel like I had a part to play in Ten Hag being sacked. I don't know. I feel like maybe some David Bro saw some chance upon some Sulia video and then. But so, United fans, you're welcome.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, maybe any of us have been watching Sulia. It's possible. Yeah, you never
Facts.
know. You never know. So yeah, Selwyn, how did you feel when you heard the news?
So,
Ten Hag defender.
well, I mean, he's still a good manager. I always say that. I'll never ever go away from that, because before he came to United, we all know
It wasn't. It can't be a fluke. What happened at Ajax? Is not a fluke.
Exactly.
So I get what you mean.
Spurs spoke to him.
Mhm.
RB Leipzig spoke to him. Chelsea spoke to him before United got him. So there's no way that those people that spoke to him are stupid people that will just go for a manager like that. It didn't work at United. This morning we just saw, also me from my phone, United have club statements. When I saw club statement, I said yes.
Comunicado oficial.
It's here. It's here. Because from yesterday, when I was watching the game with friends, I told them that after this loss, it's between he or Lopetegui. Whoever loses,
El Sakiko.
yeah, it's losing his job. And I was like, I won't be surprised if Ten Hag loses his job this morning. And we saw the news. Yes, another starts again. The cycle goes on. That's why I'm wearing this. It's the last title-winning jersey.
Yeah.
And it
Many
goes-
years ago.
I know, right? It's more than a decade.
More than a
like
decade.
so sad. And yes, we are in again. Ruud van Nistelrooy is in the helm. For me, I'll hope that they'll let him take over till the end of the season, because I mean it's from the
A
same.
rude awakening.
I know, right? The rude awakening. It's from the same, bench. As I always say, for me, I want consistency. I don't want any research. So
It's the same coaching staff.
exactly. So keep the same people, and then have time to get the right person to replace him. We
Right.
don't need to rush, because the options will be there as the season goes. So maybe if Ruud can also justify himself, how nice will it be for a former player to be managing United?
Yeah, I
But
don't think United will do that though. 'Cause
Yeah, we don't want no
of the
Ole
Ole's-
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like they've learned their lesson.
So babe, before we get to the future or what's next for United, let's look at the last day. So
Yeah.
Ten Hag, I mean, his name was already on
Dead man walking.
Yes.
since
From-
before the
from-
end of last season.
Yeah.
He saved his job by winning the FA Cup.
Hmm.
And in the season, I think the Community Shield was a little promising. You guys had a good transfer window, signed some good players. So things were looking good. But in the last few weeks, it's kind of falling off.
No.
And I think, like I said before we started recording, I think the last straw for Ineos was Mazraoui playing number 10 against Fenerbahce. When people like Ahmad were there.
And Zexi.
He put his right back in attacking midfield.
I don't know if he the one do some kind Pep Guardiola unseen tactics that nobody has thought about it before, that a right back can play. And
I mean, I understand. You see, that's the thing.
Sorry, let me just say this. When Pep does those things, like we saw when he sacked Cancelo and said using centre backs as fullbacks. What he didn't just take any centre back and put him there. He didn't take Ruben Diaz. He took pacey centre backs.
But if you're going to use a fullback as a 10, I feel like Mazraoui is probably one of the best.
Oh yeah,
options.
Yes, I agree. But you have experienced number 10s there.
So who do you think should have played there in that game?
Ahmad. No, honestly, because Ahmad spent that season on loan in Sunderland playing as a centre attacking midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Mm-hmm. You also, we heard from Ten Hag himself at the beginning of the season when we signed Zexi, saying that, Zexi and Højlund can play together. Mm. And we heard from Zexi as well saying that, he's a 9.5 who can play 10 and number 9. So why not put him at the number 10? Because you already see Zexi has really good build-up play. So why not put him there? You already have a tall man, big body, with partnering with Højlund. I thought that was what he was going to do. But maybe the third eye that he goes see for the calabash inside,
But yeah, so like, just to move on from that, like, I feel like whenever managers do something like this, I always know that I'm not in training with them. I don't see what they see. Mm-hmm. I don't they know more than us,
right?
No matter what. So when they do that, I'm always like, let's see how it goes
exactly
before I speak. And unfortunately, it didn't go. I don't think it was horrible, but it didn't work the way. I think if you guys had won the game, people would have been like, you know what, maybe there's something here. And obviously, he looked at the opposition. He probably had an idea. He thought it would work. It didn't really work out. It wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't awful. So I mean, I don't think it was that bad. But I think just the audacity is like, hey, this guy. I mean,
the audacity.
It gave like desperation or something. I don't know. It gave a bad vibe. So I think that's why he left. And then obviously moving on to the weekend, United lost 2-1 to West Ham, who were also under fire.
Right.
And it was like you said, El Sakito. It's like whoever loses this game, the manager is going home. So Selwyn, how did you see? Because I feel like United should have won that game, and I feel like this one the players let him down, and the referees.
So let me also take it back to Istanbul, and as we talk about the Nusra Mazraoui whole puzzle, the change and all that. If you, for example, like in 2008 when Sir Alex went to Camp Nou with Manchester United in the Champions League semi-final, he put Rooney at right back. And United got a draw at Camp Nou. It was a good result. They came to Old Trafford, 1-0 Paul Scholes volley. United are in the final. So if a manager tries those things, like as we spoke about, these are mostly in cup matches, that's when they're able to experiment such, good things. And then if it works for you, you're a super manager. If it doesn't work too. So for Ten Hag, not it working for him, you could tell that, okay, yeah, this coach, he probably doesn't have that kind of news or probably that aura to tinker stuff and it works for you. Secondly, the manager he played against was Jose Mourinho. I think that was the second time they've met. The first time was at in the Europa League final when Mourinho was coaching Man United and then Ten Hag was coaching Ajax.
2017.
Yeah. Mourinho said that in the tunnel, he knew they had won the game because he looks at his players, he looks at Ajax players, these are kids, including the manager himself. He's a kid in the game. And so Mourinho felt that in the tunnel, he had already won the cup. And Ten Hag, you're meeting the same guy again. This is when you can also tell top managers, Pep Guardiola doesn't lose twice to a manager. If you score him once at a moment, he gets you in the same tournament, Europa League, you learn his lessons. Ten Hag, it didn't work out for him. So that's when I could tell that, okay. And in the ladder of management, you need to meet certain big guys. And Jose Mourinho is one of the villains that if you beat him in Europe, you can tell yourself that, you reach. So that also could tell that, yes, it was getting darker and darker for Ten Hag. The next game is West Ham in the Premier League. At least this is a game that you should redeem yourself. You're playing against Lopetegui, who's on fire. He's going to lose his job if he had lost that game. Things don't go all well for Lopetegui the whole season, but against Manchester United and Ten Hag, things go well for him. VAR goes for him. Everything is just working. His team has won. And that's when on Sunday I could tell that no, Ten Hag, his days are numbered. So I mean, it's good for him. For me, I'm happy that he's got a relief because, as I was saying before the podcast, it's like a boxing match. Round 3, this guy's face is all bleeding. His knees are wobbly. He cannot do anything. He's just throwing his hands. He's not hitting anybody. He doesn't even know where he's standing. Come on. His corner has to throw in the towel, and I think Ineos has done that for him. This takes off the lid off them. Now, Ineos, we can now see you people for who you are, your appointments and everything. Ten Hag is gone. The pressure of Ten Hag, everybody blaming everything on Ten Hag goes now. People will be facing Berada, Ashworth, Wilcox, Sir Jim, and now they also have to make good decisions.
But to buttress your point about like the top, what makes the top manager, you should also be able to adapt to situations. For example, using Alex Ferguson again, in the 1999 Champions League final against Bayern Munich, he decided to experiment, put David Beckham at CM, put players Blomqvist, who had not played the whole season, put him at left wing, and just made a whole mess of the whole thing. So if you watch that match, that even United, we always speak so highly of with the comeback. We didn't play anything that whole first half. We didn't do anything, but then we were able to get back because Alex Ferguson decided that he has to tinker, he has to change it back and find a winning formula, and we're able to do that. Yeah,
that's true. So that makes the big managers here.
So moving on to the future, we already said Van Nistelrooy is going to be the interim manager. However, a lot of people on Twitter, the tacticals, I didn't watch a lot of PSV. Like, I didn't see him a lot. When he played, we faced, Arsenal played PSV in the Champions League last season. I think they were very good. They had Madueke,
Xavi Simons,
Sangari.
Yeah, they had a good team and they worried us. They had Bakayoko. They have very good players. So his PSV, to me, the few games I saw, they were good. But people are saying that tactically, they are not very astute. So he's not very astute. So let's see how it goes. But David Ornstein, a few minutes ago, dropped an exclusive saying United are working on a deal to appoint Ruben Amorim as head coach. They're ready to pay his 10 million euro release clause, and they're in talks with Sporting. And Amorim is open to accepting the move. So at the time of recording, that's what's going on. Those are the conversations. So maybe Van Nistelrooy will not be there for that long. Maybe three games or something like that. And we might have Amorim coming in. So if Amorim comes in, what do you guys expect?
Well, Amorim is a young coach. He's 39. I feel like he is someone who also wants to make a name for himself. There's been a lot of promise. He's already doing well in Sporting.
Yeah.
I feel like he could. Maybe. Honestly, at this point in time, I'm not going to lie. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Because the same feelings I had when we were sacking Ole and we bought Wagner, and we said, okay, this guy, and then we were saying, okay, we're going to sack Wagner.
But I want a prediction. What do you think will happen with Amorim or
if he comes? Charlie, like, obviously, you're going to have that first season bounce where you do well. But this is where
you might not have it.
True, you may not have it. But this is where the structures above come into place. You understand? Because anyone can invoke that first season bounce if you're lucky. But then it depends on the structures in place. Right now, we're going to see a total wipe out of the old regime and seeing a fully fledged Ineos in motion. They have sacked Ferguson, they have sacked Anti-Kate at reception.
Anti-Kate.
They have sacked everybody. Right now, so we have to see what they are
so
about.
This is Ineos' second. So Ineos came to meet Ten Hag.
Yes.
So this is their first manager. So let's see.
Let's see.
Me personally, well, I don't know how Ineos is different or how different they are from the previous regime. I don't think it's go well. I think the United, I don't know. The problem is not the coaches, because you've had very good coach. Van Gaal is an amazing coach. Mourinho is an amazing coach. Ten Hag is a good coach. Who else? Ole was showing some signs.
Paris.
Of,
Paris moments.
Yeah, Rangnick, I mean, he's one of those names where it's like pioneer of this and this in football. So there's been good names there, but it's just not working. So I feel like it's beyond the coaches. I don't know. The players,
right now
the
they
players
have-
to the culture. There's something there that has to change, and I don't know how you guys
Yep.
are going to do it.
So that's
the
what
culture.
they are doing.
it's the
Ineos
culture,
is sorry. So do you want to say this one?
No, I was saying the culture.
Yeah, but like Ineos is changing the culture. That's why they have sacked
By cutting costs.
Ferguson.
Fergie
They have
first.
sacked Ferguson.
But I think that was the right move.
Even
actually.
Auntie K squad, she's collecting
No.
1.2 million pounds at the end of the year.
Receptionist.
They have
They
sacked
collect
them.
them. Did she? What?
Yeah, yearly. Yeah,
Charlie, you.
yeah that's the money.
Why would you say? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's the
I-
reason.
I-
Receptionist, they
need
collect
to-
£1 million.
1.2 million
Yeah,
to
but
be exact.
she's like she's part of the institution. you know.
Oh, which institution is that? That's mad. Yeah, Fergie too was. I think it was thinking like £2 million a
Yeah.
year.
So they are all like I don't, and I'm sure Ineos could have showed it that cost, but then I feel like it's more about
The
the
message.
the message.
Yeah,
they're trying to
message.
send.
Yes, the message.
I think it's good. They need to move on from I think that's one of the things that's holding United back. Move on from the Ferguson years. And honestly, they need to, I don't know, pass the back and remove all those ex-players from TV. Like, that's another of your big problems, bro. You
Yeah.
forsake all those Roy Keane
You
and
can't take them out.
or ban. I don't know.
Bro, Gary
ban
never
them.
was part of that last meeting.
Yeah,
one that
I heard
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
now he works for he works for them now.
Ineos.
Yeah.
yeah.
So honestly, the problem, one of their main problems is those guys on TV. Like, I feel like for the other clubs, when things are not going well, they don't have all these ex-players talking trash.
Because honestly,
Because it doesn't help.
how many ex-players from other teams do you see on TV?
Just a few. Like
It's
Arsenal,
only-
Arsenal
it's
just
only this guy, Ian Wright.
and he always has something good to
Or
say.
when
Chelsea
or
is
the
only
rest
like
when maybe
Lampard.
you guys have
Or-
a game.
Yes,
Yeah.
Chelsea's only like Lampard or Terry.
Yeah.
Like that's when they come and do those
once in a
pundits
while.
things.
Glenn Hoddle.
Liverpool, how many times have you seen a Liverpool ex-Liverpool?
Even Liverpool guy, they will bring this guy, maybe Michael Owen.
Or
Yeah.
Haman.
Yeah, but it's like United is the media is saturated with
Like
them. It's
the whole
Yeah.
team.
that was his-
the whole class of 92.
They are all team.
Oh,
Let's talk plenty, Charlie. So yeah,
yeah.
that's the news.
We were talking about we should do like
What's
I
next?
think we should not just the what's next, but I was nominating 5 people I think could be.
You
the
can
next
you can
United
say your
coach.
5 day. They want Amorim though, but
Well, yeah, so basically what we're hearing Amarin, we're hearing Xavi.
Southgate.
I'm not going to mention that guy's name, but I'm hearing Xavi because his wife after the match, his wife posted a picture
the
of
son. Their
son wearing a
jersey.
United jersey. We saw what's it called? What's his name? I've seen Xavi,
Xavi,
Amarin,
Nagelsmann,
Nagelsmann,
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, and there's one more.
Southgate.
There's another guy.
I think Unai Emery. They mentioned Unai Emery.
I had Unai Emery. I also had Ole.
Yes. Ole came. Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah,
had
they
Ole
mentioned
again,
They mentioned Ole.
but we'll see. So
Yes,
not Ole, please.
Joe just reminded me of
and
camera.
Inzaghi, the last person. He said Simeone
Joe reminded
Inzaghi.
me of camera. A few ex-United players posted some cryptic messages.
The year did this.
They had posted the emoji, you know, and then Sancho posted like
Yeah,
a
man.
waving
Bye-bye
emoji.
you. It's
I was
time
like,
to say
wow.
bye-bye you. Hey. Bye-bye,
you.
Ajay.
To Erik Ten Hag, go, my ayo.
Ajay.
Don't cry, yo. He left a mad and gonna choke.
That's the
Mama boss.
Zoo boy.
That's right. May I continue?
That's a Zoo boy.
I'm surprised.
May I continue?
I'm surprised.
I get another one. I get another one, man.
Bars,
Give
bars.
us.
And the linked and Casemiro.
Hey.
So yeah, Charlie. Goodbye
man.
to him. And all the best to Ten Hag though. I mean, I think he can work somewhere else. I think United was just too big for him, honestly. So
Yep.
hopefully if he figures
Maybe
it
this
out.
time you listen to Van Gaal. Van Gaal told him that United is not a football club; it's a commercial club. So maybe he has to this
he for
one.
me businessman.
Yeah. So maybe right now, if football club, because United, I mean, there's no FC; it's just Manchester United. So we are more than that. But he has to go to maybe Leipzig, Ajax.
I think he needs that type of Unai
Yes.
Emery kind club.
A
that
football
will-
setting.
Because before Emery came, they were close to relegation. So he needs that kind of club where they are falling from grace and they're trying to get back. I don't know, like maybe like West Ham before this thing happened.
England has scarred him, Charlie. I don't think you try England for now.
Maybe you go and come back. Yeah, you go and come back.
Ajax will always want him back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, Charlie. All the best to United. All the best to Ten Hag. And
Yeah,
yeah,
hope for the
as
best. The cycle goes on.
As you said before we started. By November, yeah.
By
You said
November.
it. By November. You said, well, Hitler is dead.
Hitler
is dead. Yeah, I saw that thing the
Hitler
whole
is
day.
dead.
Hitler
That's
is dead.
crazy. Hitler is dead. All right, Charlie. Thanks for joining us.
You know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget. Shout out G Sports GH.
Yes, as
Okay,
always.
myself.
As always. As
Straight
always.
up. We out.
Sulia